But now on to someone we all know and some of us love. He's the maestro, the most powerful banker in the world. But today, at the age of 79, and after 18 years in the job, Alan Greenspan is stepping down. As chairman of the Federal Reserve, he presided over the longest period of economic growth in US history. But some have already started to re-evaluate his legacy.
Life at the top. At 20 Pine, the collection.
It can't be that bad if places like this are still being built and sold. This complex will house 400 luxury apartments in the fastest growing residential area of New York.
You're facing northwest.
What happens to million-dollar pads touched up by Armani will never tell the whole tale of the US economy. But house prices have been spiralling in recent years, and there are big fears of a collapse. So it's reassuring when a major developer detects a gentle slowdown instead.
There was no choice, so anything that any piece of meat you threw to the water, the sharks ate it. Today, the market's changing. There's product coming on the market, and good product is still very strong. I mean, we're here just opened today. We have over 100 apartments sold.
Alan Greenspan, today chairing his last meeting as the most powerful banker in the world, has been criticized for allowing the housing market to overheat. Critics are reminded of the 1990s when shares in high-tech dot-com companies were spiraling until they collapsed. Billions were lost. And what they remember at this private investment club in Brooklyn is that Alan Greenspan did little to prevent it.
We as a group saw that the market was high and was overly high, but the Fed did not prepare us.
He always waited for the event to take place, and then it is never that he did something up front to stop something from happening.
When Alan Greenspan first walked into this boardroom, Ronald Reagan was in the White House, Margaret Thatcher was in Downing Street, Europe was divided by the Berlin Wall, and the Twin Towers were standing in New York. His period in office was long and extremely challenging. It's hard to make the right call every day in any job for 18 years. But Alan Greenspan presided over the longest period of sustained economic growth that Americans had ever seen. And the markets here in Wall Street, having grown to trust and to like him, will now miss him badly in retirement. Gita Hari, BBC News, New York.
The end of an era, really. Let's now move on, because corporate China...